Hello everyone, this is Calvin Castine. We're at the South Acres Field Ballpark, just off South Catherine Street in Plattsburgh. We're for action in the Gentlemen's Slow Pitch League, the last semi-final game. Plattsburgh Lanes and Plattsburgh Air Force Base. Air Base at bat. Lanes in the field. This is game 3 in a best of 3. Ed Richardson steps in. That first batter was Rodney Deaton. Foul ball. This, as we said, is game 3. Air Base destroyed this Lanes team in the first game of the series. I believe it was a 17-6 final on that one. Richardson hits it the opposite way, be off the fence. He'll settle for a double. He had 10 home runs coming into the last game. I don't think he had any in the last game. Richardson comes to third. Everybody's safe. Manny Gandarilla came in to pitch in the last game, and he virtually silenced the Air Base bats. And Lanes took a 6-5 victory. Joe Plant, the pitcher for Air Base, steps in now. He's hit about 8 home runs in this series. Not in this series, but in the playoffs thus far. Richardson has 10 home runs in the playoffs. Plant hits that deep. It'll be deep enough to score a run, but not out of the park. First run scores. Wood throws it in and gets away at third. Gandarilla was backing up the plate. And nobody backing up third. Somebody should have been backing up third in that. Richardson moves to third, 1 out. And a cleanup man, Al Rudder, third baseman, steps in. Air Base with 1 run across. Hits it on the ground to second. Scott Bouye goes to first, and Richardson scores from third. And it's a 2-0 game here with 2 outs now in the first inning, top of the first. And Jeff Allen, the left center fielder, steps in now. Allen hits it deep to left center. Wood back at the fence, grabs. So it's 2 runs for the Air Base, and after 1/2 inning, it's the Air Base 2 and Plattsburgh Lanes coming to bat. There are the planes going overhead. Looks like the personnel from the Air Base are monitoring this ball game. We're in the bottom of the first. Ball hit up the middle and slowed down, but that's about all they can do. And Paul LeClaire is on with a leadoff single for Plattsburgh Lanes. So very quickly it brings up the tying run, potential tying run, Mike Chris. And that's not Al Jolson up there, that's Randy Ebersol. The Lanes team, several of them, just about everybody has a little paint underneath their eyes, a shade that they usually use. It's hit to left field, that's going to be an out number 2. And Chris just barely in, advances. Have a little paint under their eyes like they usually use to keep the sun out, but the sun is not a problem today. And the ones that don't have the paint, like Steve Chris here, have their faces painted up. They've been watching too many news reports from Oka, Quebec, I think. The Chateauguay Bridge. Strike 1 to Chris. 2-0, it's going to be strike 2. Chris hits it foul. Plant delivers. Chris gets under that one. That's going to be a pop-up. Back of third. The shortstop Deaton grabs it. So the Lanes are scoreless in the first, and after one full, it's the Plattsburgh Air Force Base 2 and Plattsburgh Lanes nothing.
Start off with the head here. Let's go, bud.
See press photographer Dave Pazik hard at work. We are complimenting him on the picture he took yesterday. As we're taping this, 4th of July, not 4th of July, the Labor Day parade in Moores. And he made a very nice picture. This is Bob O'Day, out number 1 to start the second inning. Dave's picture, a nice color picture, graced the front page of the Press Republican today. J.R. Ruhlman, second baseman, make that first baseman steps in now. Strike one. 2. Manny Gandarella done a good job on the pitching rubber for this Lanes team. Deep. 2-2 the count. Referees Al Rose behind the plate, and on the bases, James McKinley. 2 down. And it brings up the only area native that I'm aware of on this team, Tim Van Heusen from Rouse's Point. He's a second baseman. He takes ball 1 from Gandarella. Strike, 1-1.
Oh, yeah, there's too many.
Two out single by Van Heusen brings up Rick Smith. Foul ball. The Lanes defense have Manny Gandarella pitching. Behind the plate. Air ball. Chris takes it. Behind the plate is Joe Spooner. First base is Steve Chris. Second base, Scott Bouye. Shortstop, Randy Ebersole. Third base, Dave Gwinnett. In the outfield from left to right, we have Paul LeClaire, Al Wood, Sean LaFountain, and Wayne Medley. It's still 2-0. We're going to the bottom half of the second. The pitcher, Manny Gandarella, steps in with Al Wood on deck as we start the bottom of the second with the Air Base leading 2-0. Air Base defense, pitching is Joe Plant. Behind the plate, Rick Smith. First base, J.R. Ruhlman. Second base, Tim Van Heusen. Shortstop is Randy Deaton. Third base, Al Rudder. In the outfield, Bob O'Day, Jeff Allen, Ed Ruhlman, and Monty Prather going left to right. Make that right center fielder Ed Richardson. I'm not very good at reading my own writing, and I got done reading those names, and I said, "Where's Richardson?" And I realized that I'd said the wrong name in right center. Prather, or Prather, whatever way you want to pronounce it, is over there in time to grab Gandarella's fly ball for 1 down. The batter now is Al Wood. The Adirondack League has finished their playoffs. Ball 1. Ball 2. The Norm Baker and Sons team defeated Custom Canvas. Last we heard, there was a protest still hanging there. We don't know what has become of that. Wood hits it hard, up the middle, base hit. Richardson picks it up, and Wood on with a single. Batter now is Wayne Medley. Ball one. Potential tying run at the plate. Medley a good hard hitter. Strike. On deck, Scott Bouye. We go from the tallest guy in the team to the probably shortest guy in the team. Medley hits it deep to left center, but not deep enough. Wood tags, and he'll get in safely at second. 2 down. Second baseman Scott Bouye. Slow roller. Plant's going to have to hustle in time. And looks like Roman's foot was on the bag. And after 2 full, it's airbase 2 and lanes nothing. Monty Prather steps in, takes strike 1 from Manny Gandarilla as we start the 3rd inning in his 2-0 ball game. Gandarilla delivers, Prather takes it short, ball 1. Randy Deaton, the shortstop, leadoff batter on deck. To left center. Wood grabs. 1 out. And it brings up Rodney Deaton. I think I've been calling him Randy Deaton. It's Rodney Deaton. Strike.
There you go.
That took a good bounce into Medley's glove. And Deaton held to a single. They don't like to see this guy up there with too many men on base. Ed Richardson, he can hit him out consistently. Strike 1. Gandarilla, as we said, virtually shut this airbase team down, but they had all weekend to think about it and plan their attack. Oh. Medley makes the catch. He was completely fooled on that one till the last split second. Two down. We'll see if they're going to appeal. I think they're going to appeal it first here. Rose says he's safe. Safe at first, that he tagged after the ball was touched. Joe Plant, the batter now. Winner of this series plays winner of Mickey's Barcombs series, and that was Mickey's. Took Barcombs out in 2 games. Last year, Mickey's and Barcombs went the limit. Went 7 games in the championship series. This year, the championship series has been cut to just 5 games. Joe Plant, I believe that's his 9th home run of the playoffs. Doesn't look very big, but he can hit the ball a long ways. And he just doubled his team's score. It's now 4-0 in favor of the airbase. And if the airbase and Mickey's get to the finals, it'll be a real bombs away series. Both clubs rely heavily on the long ball. Now Rudder at the plate now. He takes strike 1 from Gandarilla. Foul ball. Keeping third base coach awake. Line shot and held on to. Dave went up. Had in his glove, it popped out momentarily, and he held on to it. So the Airbase picks up 2 more, and they lead 4-0. We're going to the bottom half of the third.
We had 19 and 5, and they had.
Sean LaFountain, the batter.
Percentage-wise, you have 1 loss.
LaFountain flies out to start the third, bottom of the third. It's 4-0, Airbase leading. Dave went up. It's at the third. It's bobbled. Throw to first. Safe. Would have been a close play. Would have been a close play if the ball had been caught at first. Now Gwinnup's on. Pitcher Manny Gendarilla. Hits it to second. The ball is dropped. And the discussion on who has the right of way. Hit the short. Double play. That was Joe Spooner. That's Paul LeClaire, excuse me. Spooner was a previous batter. I've been distracted here by goings on around me. So Lanes leave 2 this time, and it's still 4-0. We're going to the 4th inning. We're at the top of the 4th. Our batter is Jeff Allen. He drops it into left center for a base hit. He'll settle for 1. Bobby O'Day steps in, hits it up the middle. First ball hitting for a base hit. So Airbase coming out swinging here in the 4th. They lead 4-0, looking to add a few more. And first baseman J.R. Ruhlman, the batter now.
Come on. Let's do it. Let's do it, man. Go, guys. Now. Come on, J.R. Come on, Minnie. Come on. Minnie. Way to play it.
Strike 1. Al Rose on the plate. Jim McKinley on the bases. That's hit deep to left. Makes that straightaway center. LaFountain grabs. Throw come to second, and both runners move up. Runners at second and third with 1 out. Brings up second baseman Tim Van Heusen. Likes to flare that ball to the opposite field. A nice swing that just gets it out of the infield the opposite way. Lanes would not like to see very many more runs cross the plate, so they're considering on a ground ball whether they'll come to the plate, and I think they probably will if they have a chance to get somebody at the plate, but the runners do not have to advance. First base is open. Strike 1 to Van Heusen. That's deep, 1-1. The batter on deck is Rick Smith. Van Heusen again goes the opposite way. And what do we have? Out, says McKinley. Out, and did O'Day leave after the ball was caught, or did he leave too soon? I don't think Lanes are even going to question it. So it's 5-0, 2 outs, and Rick Smith, the catcher, steps in, hits it to Medley. He grabs it in back of the pole, and it's 5-0 going to the bottom half of the 4th. This is Gentlemen's Slow Pitch League semifinals. Final game of this series to see who will face Mickey's. 5-0 going to the bottom half of the 4th. Mike Chris leading off the
Hit the ball hard.
Bottom of the fourth. Plattsburgh Lane's looking for their first run. They trail by 5. Joe Plant delivers. To right center, Richardson over. We have 1 down. This will bring up the shortstop, Randy Ebersol. Ball 1. Ball 2. Strike. Under it. 2 down. That's grabbed by Jeff Allen for the second out.
Hit the ball hard. Hard and through. Come on, Joe.
Batter now is Steve Chris. He swings at the first offering, hits it to third. In time at first. And Lanes are scoreless in the fourth. After 4 full, it remains Plattsburgh Air Force Base 5, Plattsburgh Lanes nothing. Monty Prather at the plate as we start the 5th. To left center. And again, Wood and LaFountain both wanting the ball. 1 out. On top of the order now, Rodney Deaton, the shortstop, with Ed Richardson on deck. Deaton takes up a lot of room in that on-deck circle, so we'll move around him. There's a strike. Line shot, that's a base hit. Richardson takes it inside, ball 1. We've been covering this league since 1986. Foul ball, and this is the first time that we won't have a team from the old Lake Champlain League in the finals. The first 2 years, in 86 and 87, it was the Beaumont Lanes team in 86, and they changed the name to K&L Plumbing in 87. They lost to Rigsby's Auction in 86 and defeated Rigsby's Auction in 87. Then Richardson again to Medley. Foul ball. Medley kind of nonchalanting those. And in 88, Barcomb's TV defeated Rigsby's Auction to take the league title here. And in 89, Mickey's defeated Barcomb's TV. Joe Spooner, he gets out from back of that plate as quickly as any catcher we've seen. That's 2 outs. And pitcher Joe Plant, the batter now. And this year, Barcomb's lost to Mickey's in the semifinals, so it'll be Mickey's and whoever wins here tonight, with Airbase leading at the moment. Outside. In the Adirondack League, we've been covering them on a regular basis since 88. Wood comes up firing to third. And a throw to the infield side would have had him, but it was to the fence side and able to get in there. Plant stops at second, so runners at second and third. And Al Rudder, the third baseman and cleanup batter, steps in. In 88 in the Adirondack League, Ubald Sunoco went to the finals, losing to the Redford River Rats Bouye fires to first, not in time. A run scores, it's 6-0. And the error allows another run for Lanes. That would have been the third out. Bouye stuck with it and almost got him. Bang bang play at first. So Ubald's lost to River Rats in 88, and last year in 89, K&L Plumbing came back after a year's absence from softball, and they defeated the Custom Canvas team, which is the new name of the Rigsby's auction team. Both teams had moved into the Adirondack League. Chris drops it, and Jeff Allen, the left center fielder, should have been standing on first. He didn't run it out. And that could come back to haunt him. It's 6-0 after 4.5 innings. But Bay should still be batting. If Allen had run that out, he'd been on first, and another run would have crossed. Well, K&L, after their one-year comeback, have hung it up again, and they're no longer playing. And Ubald's Sunoco team lost in the semis to a Custom Canvas. So the finals there was Custom Canvas and Norm Baker and Son. So there was no gentleman make that Lake Champlain League representative in the Adirondack League, and there'll be none here in the Gentlemen's League. So that's the first time out of a total of 6 softball seasons that one of those teams hasn't made it to the finals. Manny Gandarilla steps in, hits it down the left field line. 4 and out as we start the bottom of the 5th. Al Wood, the batter now. Two and 0. League finals will be best of 5. Strike. Three and 1. Two.
All right, Al. You're set now, Al. You ready? Yes, sir.
Prather. Wayne Medley steps in. One out, one on. Strike one to Medley. Foul territory, out number 2. Wood'll go to second, but he'll get no further. And brings up Scott Bouye. Pops it up. Short. Beaton grabs, and Lanes are scoreless in the 5th. After 5 full, it's Plattsburgh Air Force Base 6, Plattsburgh Lanes nothing. We're on the top of the 6th. Bobby O'Day hits it to Dave Gwinnett. He fires to Steve Chris. We have 1 down. And J.R. Ruhlman, first baseman, will step in now. 6-0. Air Base leading the Plattsburgh Lanes. Loser hangs it up for the year. Winner advances to the league finals. Strike. Two down. Eversole to Chris. 2 outs. Brings up Tim Van Heusen, who's 2 for 2. Takes it deep. Ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. And Houston takes a strike. 3-1. And that same area as the first hit. It's his 3rd single. We were blocked out. We're trying to get position on Rick Smith, and there's some language here. Language here to end the top of the 6th. And we're going to bottom half the inning, 6-0 the score.
Yes, I'm going.
Sean LaFountain leading off the bottom of the 6th.
Yep.
Line shot. It's a base hit. Lanes have stranded several, but haven't pushed anybody across yet. Third baseman Dave Gwinnett, the batter now. Nobody out. Plant delivers. Short. Catcher Joe Spooner on deck with the top of the order to follow him. When it hits it through the right side, it's a base hit. Prather bobbles. LaFountain will go to 3rd. And Gwinnett on at 1st. Runners at the corners. Catcher Joe Spooner at bat. Good speed. Tough to double up. Slow bouncer. Plant goes to 2nd. Safe. Safe at 2nd. Plant took his time to check the runners and went to 2nd and wasn't there in time. Nobody out. Paul LeClaire up at the plate. Lane's threatening here in the 6th. Time getting short. Hit the 2nd. They're going to look for 2. Double play. It's 6-1 as LaFountain scores, but a big double play for the air base. Nice play by the shortstop, Rodney Deaton. Mike Chris steps in. First ball hitting up the middle. That's a base hit. It's going to be 6-2 now.
Come on, Randy! Rip the ball!
As we've said before, a lot of runs have been scored with 2 innings, with 2 outs. And slow pitch. Randy Ebersole, Steve Chris on deck. Ball. 2-0 the count.
Good eye, Randy.
3-0. Strike, 3-1. Strike 2, full count. Full count, just in there. 2 outs. And the payoff pitch to Ebersole. Swung on. Hit on the line to left. He's going to drop in. Ebersole with a single. Steve Chris at the plate. A home run would not tie it. He should be looking for a base hit. He's got excellent home run power, though. He takes strike 1 from Plant. On the line, if it stays fair, it's foul ball. Strike 2. Plant delivers. Chris gets under it. It's going to be a high, lazy fly. Lanes pick up 2. They trail 6-2. They'll have their 5, 6, and 7 batters in the lineup due up in the bottom of the 7th. We're going to the top of the inning now with Airbase up by 4. Monty Prather leading off for the 4th time in this ball game. Starts things here in the top of the 7th. His team up by 4. Still anybody's ball game, but Lanes have only 3 outs remaining, as does the Airbase at the moment. Ball 4, Prather draws a walk. And Rocky Deaton, the shortstop. Strike 1 from Gandarella. Hard hit. Nice stop by Eversole, but he'll get no play on it. Stopped it, but couldn't pick it up. With their big guns up and nobody out, Airbase definitely a threat to score here in the 7th. Ed Richardson hits it high to LaFountain. Throw comes to second. There'll be runners at the corners. 1 out. Joe Plant, the pitcher, steps in. Pops it up. It should be deep enough to score a run. Wood will grab. Throw should come to second. He's going to throw it to the plate. And it goes out of bounds, out of play. And runner goes to third. Al Rudder steps in off the handle. It's going to be out of play. Onto the street. Strike 1. Airbase leading 7-2 now. Here's the pitch from Gandarella. Line shot, foul, strike 2. Deep. Jeff Allen on deck. That's deep. Ball 3, full count. Gandarella delivers the payoff pitch. Up the middle, that's going to be another run. It's an 8-2 ball game. Rudder with the RBI single. Jeff Allen up. I would hope he'll run out whatever he hits this time. It's off the fence. He better run this one out. He'll get a double. Oh, comes high off the backstop, off Spooner's glove. It's 9-2. Bobby O'Day hits it to right center. LaFountain catches up to it. You have to know when to throw to the plate and when to throw to the cutoff and when to throw to second. It can make a big difference in the outcome of a ball game. 3 runs for the Airbase. They lead 9-2 with 3 outs left in the ball game. Manny Gandarella, first ball hitting. You don't do that when you're leading off an inning if you want to be on TV. But he wants to get on base, so he's not worried about being on TV. So he gets a single to start the bottom of the 7th. His team down by 7. Al Wood at the plate. The second. Get the force at second, but no double play. They would have, though. They've been fielded cleanly. 1 out. Al Wood on at first on a fielder's choice. Wayne Medley takes ball 1. Line shot, base hit. Scott Bouye. Strike 1. We had a player in a recent game come over to our cameraman, who was not me, by the way, but hit the third, double play to end it. and say that he'd made an obscene gesture sometime during the course of the game and said, "Could you please take that out?" Well, we don't always see those things, and we can't be watching every player through 7 full innings. So your best bet is not to make obscene gestures, and you don't have to worry about us taking them out. The Airbase will advance to the Gentlemen's Slow Pitch League Finals, and we're expecting a bombs away ball game. Right from the start, they'll play a best-of-5 series against the defending league champion Mickeys. But in the meantime, they took a 9-2 victory here against Plattsburgh Lanes, taking the series 2-1, and that's the way it was in Gentlemen's Slow Pitch League action in a fast-moving ball game here on this Tuesday, the day after Labor Day, September 4th, 1990, at South Acres Field in beautiful downtown Plattsburgh.
All day. Well, Al knows that we're 8 o'clock.